Hello dear listeners, International Radio News presents. In the studio, Elçin Mirzai. First, let's pay attention to the announcements. Opportunities for international cooperation in the media field have been discussed. The letter of the Western Azerbaijan Society has been spread as an official document of the United Nations. The trial of individuals of Armenian descent accused of crimes against peace and humanity, war and other serious offenses continues. Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources Mukhtar Babayev held a series of meetings within the framework of the Africa Energy Summit. No more details. The leadership team of the Turkish World Mediators Union, currently on a visit to Tbilisi, held a meeting at the Ministry of Justice of Georgia on January 27th. The meeting was attended by department heads of the Ministry of Justice of Georgia, President of the Azerbaijan Media Council Nadir Adilov, President of the Executive Board of the Turkish World Mediators Union Yakub Erkel, Director of the Kazakhstan Mediators Association Jandilda Yakubov, and the advisor to the President of the Executive Board of the Azerbaijan Media Council, Javid Husseinov. During the meeting, the development of media institutions, international cooperation opportunities in this field, legal regulation mechanisms, and joint activity directions were discussed. The Azerbaijani side also provided information on the work done in the country for the development of media institutions, implemented legal reforms, and steps taken to further improve the media system. Additionally, the parties exchanged views on the impact of the Singapore Convention on international cooperation in the field of mediation. The Azerbaijani side stated its consideration of joining the convention and continuing analysis in this direction. The Western Azerbaijan Society had sent a letter to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres regarding Levon Tepetosyan's speech in 1993 when he was president of Armenia, confirming ethnic cleansing and occupation as Armenia's state policy and calling the expulsion of Azerbaijanis from Armenia a historical achievement. Note that these ideas are reflected in the statement of the Western Azerbaijan Society. The statement also says, "Our letter addressed to the United Nations Secretary General regarding the exceptional evidence confirming that Armenia's state policy is of a racist, anti-human and anti-peace character has been spread as official documents of the United Nations General Assembly and the Security Council. The dissemination of the letter as official documents of the United Nations highest bodies is of great importance in establishing Armenia's international legal responsibility for the aforementioned crimes." The Western Azerbaijan Society continues its efforts to draw the attention of regional organizations and international non-governmental organizations presenting themselves as defenders of human rights for this issue. The trial of individuals of Armenian descent accused of crimes against peace and humanity, war and other serious offenses continues. The preparatory hearing of Ruben Vardanyan, accused under the Criminal Code of the Republic of Azerbaijan of torture, hostage-taking, war crimes, terrorism, financing terrorism and other charges, was held on January 27th at the Baku Military Court Complex. During the court session held under the chairmanship of Judge Zeynal Aghayev and composed of Jamal Ramazanov and Anna Rozayev, the accused person was provided with an interpreter in Russian language as well as defense lawyers. The preparatory hearing was attended by representatives of the injured parties, their legal successors, and their defense attorneys. At the preparatory hearing, the assets of Ruben Vardanyan and his lawyer were examined. Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources COP29 President Mukhtar Babayev held bilateral meetings within the framework of the Africa Energy Summit with Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations Amina Mohammed and President of the Islamic Development Bank Bandar Hajjar. It should be noted that on January 27th and 28th, the Africa Energy Summit was held in Dar es Salaam, the capital of Tanzania. In Algeria's famous Al Wataniya TV television channel, Another documentary film about Azerbaijan was shown, presented by Algerian journalist Rnag Khanfer. The documentary showcased the historical monuments, culture, picturesque nature, and rich cuisine of our country. International radio news presented the news.